there, it's Street Smart, and today we are on the street around Alimashaw local government area. We're around Akunwajo, and we're going to be talking to people on the streets to find out what their experience has been in the past few days. So there's been a lot of discussions and conversations and experiences around the internet. It's been a good experience for some persons, and it's not so pleasant for other people. So there are people who are not able to perform transactions and businesses who didn't run effectively because of the internet. And there are also people who, because of the internet, were able to avoid some things with their customers. You know, when you tell your customer, I've sent the money, meanwhile, the money is still on the way. I mean, internet is your protection. And that is what we're going to be talking about today. So one thing that is bad for another person can also be good for someone else. We're going to be moving into the streets to talk to people who will be sharing their different experiences on how the internet affected them. It could be to their favor, it could be to their disfavor. Until we talk to these people, we would never get to know how it was for them. But then, if you see me running back, just know that something has happened. Everybody, a lot of people are angry at this time. I am not going to curse or to aggravate them, but we're just going to talk. And I am just hopeful that they would respond. If they respond, I have something to tell you. But if they don't, just wish me well. Best of luck. Come with me. Okay, please, we want to know if in the past few days you've experienced any problem with the internet.
Since Saturday, he has not received the money. Though I've sent the receipt to the support, they say they are going to work towards. So the cable is really affecting our business, especially with POS.
I was trying to send money since now, since to this morning for OPay account. I cannot be able to use app. I was trying the USSD now. Maybe it's not working also.
So this case is slightly different, unlike the other person we spoke to, and the person couldn't receive or send. He can receive, but he cannot send. And we don't know where this money is going to, and we're just hopeful it is not very urgent. And we trust that it will be resolved shortly. So let's hear from more people.
Emptying office. They lay complain. They were just dribbling me up and down. So we don't know what is going on. Even to transfer money is a problem. To withdraw money is a problem. If I just left ATM now, see me going out. So I went to the second one. They just reject my card. So I don't know what to do now. I left only 500 naira. I don't know where to go.
Hello. Sorry, can we ask you a question? Were you able to get money? Were you able to? So, have you experienced any challenge with the internet recently?
Is it for FCMB
Internet.
or internet? Yes, of course, there have been massive disruption of internet for a couple of days or so.
How has it affected
Basically, for me, it caused a huge damage to me because most of my work I do stuff online. I also have some meetings online because I'm an IT professional. So yeah, it's a great mess for a couple of days.
How did you cope? How are you coping?
Well, I didn't have any option, but today I think it's improved today somehow, or from yesterday I think. But for the past days, yeah, I just had to be watching the internet. I mean, go slowly. Yeah, that was all I could do.
So you were literally looking. It was frustrating. You were just looking and you're unable to do anything.
I wasn't able to do nothing. I just had to do switch to things that didn't require internet.
It's everybody. Last week the network was so bad. It's everybody.
Okay, so how did you cope
Um,
with customers and all?
well, sometimes they will come, money will not go, pending. But immediately I will refund their money to them. Then my own will stand pending till it will be okay. We manage
So if there is a transaction that didn't go through, you refund them. Where do you refund them from?
through the POS.
It's going to read that it didn't go through.
Refund. So immediately I will refund it to them.
Has your network been bad? Did it fail? Did you have any bad experience with your internet service?
It has been very bad.
How bad? How bad?
Very bad.
What do you mean when you say very bad?
It's not manageable.
It's not manageable. So how did you cope?
That's when something is very bad.
How did you cope?
I have no choice. We're just trying.
Well, whatever, the network is very bad these days. And secondly, the transfer, some transfer in my side here is pending. By the time I can open my phone, I will see maybe they are referring it to the owner. But now, well, we are just passing to satisfy our customer, whatever. Since I know them, you come back and give me my money. See, they don't have any cash in their hand. They have only to transfer, and the transfer fail. Can we do?
The network has been bad, especially for the past 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Yes. It has been on and off, on and off. That's the MTN. Okay. Yeah. I use MTN though. So
How is it affecting you?
it's affecting us a lot now. At times, customer will do transfer. For us to confirm it, it will be an issue. At times, they will leave the market and go because we won't be able to collect transfer because we will not be able to check whether it drops or not. So it has been affecting us.
So if they should send money, you cannot confirm payments.
Network problem.
And that's making you lose sales.
Of course. Somebody that wants to buy a market of like 250,000 and I don't know you. Let's say I know you, I will say, okay, go. Shebi, I know you, I will confirm later. But I don't know you. I won't say, okay, go. I want to confirm the payment before you take it. So
Friday, Saturday, I couldn't make any calls. You understand? I didn't know what happened. I said maybe the fault is from my phone. It's later that I noticed that it's not from phone, that is internet.
So you couldn't call anyone. Did you receive calls?
Yes, I received, but I can't call. One of my customers said that he transferred money to me, and the thing couldn't reach to me. After a day, 2 days, I started calling the lady. I said, what happened? I didn't see the money. She said that the money, after in the midnight, the thing reversed back to her. So I said, what is happening? I don't know.
It has been very hard. Let me say hard. Yes, now, because sometimes you might be on call and before you know, the thing will just went blank and all that. You will not be able to reach the persons, and so it has been off and on, breaking.
For how long?
I would say for 3 weeks now. Yes, even it happened this morning when I was on international call. You understand? So it's still the same thing.
It affect me very, very.
How will it affect you?
All right. Like MTN now. Last year is going well. But this year, last year is working perfectly. But this year, every done about. Last 2 weeks, I went to office, MTN office. I go do my NIN. I don't do them before now. Go do them. See now, and if unless to receive, I can't call. Instead, I hold debit. If I load 500 now, they will know come out for my debit. Since that, I don't load at 2,000 naira. No one come out there. They no come out. Since that, I just leave. I can't call, but I can receive.
So they are saying you're owing and you've recharged to pay back, but they have not collected their money.
They no repeat it on my debit. Is this day there? 4,000 still there. But if I smart call now, I don't pay the 4,000 I finish. They no come out on there. It's still there. I can't call.
Ete. No service. There's no service on it at all. Like yesterday, I wanted to recharge for my account to buy the Ete to do the data. It's not going. since yesterday. So I can't be able to recharge from my account to do the data. Sometimes they be calling person, they be telling you that your phone is switch off. Meanwhile, we are not switching the phone off. They say switch off, switch off.
Have you experienced any internet problem recently or challenge?
Internet problem very much, especially well, the Airtel you call it, very very challenging. Even now, I'm thinking whether it was my phone. I've been having a great challenge with the Airtel, very very serious one. MTN is trying, Glo is trying. You know, we try to have all the network just because of the difficulties in accessing your clients. I'm a lawyer, and I have difficulties sometimes to attend to get to my clients.
Since like last week, we have been getting issued on it, sha, because there was a customer he even called me this morning that he did not receive that did we receive the alert, and the money I sent it since like last week Monday, and we did not see the credit. So I even asked him to went to his bank to go and lodge the complaint. So maybe there was some complicated on the bank. So he said okay, no problem, that he will do it, sha. So he even called this morning that have we received it. I say no, that they even debit him yesterday. That is double debit. They debit him when he firstly sent it, and yesterday too they debit him too. So he asked us have we see it, say no. Say okay, no problem. And I asked him to go and lodge a complaint. So there are different like that, sha. So the network, it hasn't been stable like that. I don't know the causes, sha.
Airtel has been very terrible, one. Then MTN has been trying just a little bit. So I had to subscribe for the two of them. So I switched in between the two of them. Yeah.
So how's the experience been with either of their talks?
Both of them have been terrible. Seriously, honestly, they've been terrible.
Okay, so we're asking about the internet. How has the experience been for you?
It's been very very awful. Like I shouted like it's bad. We are so dependent on internet. Like everything about our lives is fixed on internet, and just this kind of breaches and here and there, it doesn't allow us live our lives the way we're meant to live them.
It's been very challenging, quite challenging. It's been challenging. We can't make calls, especially when it has to do with WhatsApp. For me, my major business thing is WhatsApp. I do a lot of businesses on my WhatsApp, and then I can't make calls. Usually weekends for me is a big deal because I use that to get in touch with my friends, my family in and outside Lagos, and we can't talk.
There's a partial problem. According to what I saw from the Facebook or from their, I think maybe from their site or something like that. I said there was a problem from their cables somewhere that spoiled. So since then they have been, and I think they are fixing it. Sure. I think they are fixing it. Yeah.
Since last week, especially since last week, this is started. Issue of all this network issue. Now it started. So that thing is really affecting us. We are selling, and in the situation in Nigeria now, many people are buying things through transfer. And when they buy, even somebody can buy something of 500, say transfer. If you not great transfer, you will not pay. And when you try to do, there is no network to do, and the person will leave. You cannot give him their market. That is the problem.
MTN is not working well, Glo as well. So nothing is improving.
It really affects my work because if I buy good, if I want to do transaction if I buy good, I want to pay for the goods, I will not be able to pay. And if customer buy good from me too, if I want to pay, they will not be able to transfer. Some will transfer, they will send the receipt to me later. They will pass the money back. That money will lose. That part of my loss. I will be glad if they can fix the network and make it workable for us in Nigeria. Thank you.
A lot. It's so terrible. As in, bank-wise, it's since last week, it's so terrible. As in the MTN, Glo, everything, most of the networks just shut down. And mostly, as in, I confirm from certain people, if I say, okay, even banking network, you are unable to receive alerts, they will tell you it's a general thing. So, and I also heard in the news that it's a general thing, that it's going to take like 3 weeks, that one something happened. So,
Like Access Bank have been having problems since, for network since, let me say, since on Thursday. I can't even withdraw, I can't even transfer. So, and beside, as far as for that, I've been complaining, but they didn't even pay attention. Even Zenith Bank as well. Zenith, their own is the worst, sha. Their own is the worst, because if you do anyhow, they can even debit you unnecessarily. And if you still complain, they can't even refund. So that's the problem I'm having about my own.
Hi everyone. So it's been a very long walk. I told you I was going into the streets to speak to people in the street, find out what's happening and how they are coping with the internet. And yes, I really went into the street. I met a lot of persons. It was an awesome, insightful conversation, and it's also inspiring and thought-provoking. You know, you get to meet people who work solely with the internet. Years ago, we didn't have anything like that, but now people can tell you everything they do is on the internet, and without the internet, their source of livelihood is almost, if not completely, gone. So what did they do during this time? How were they able to cope? They had a lot of challenges. Trust me, it was really challenging. We want to believe that the affected and the bodies that are involved will be able to resolve the challenge as soon as possible, so that people who need money can withdraw their money and buy the necessary things they need for their basic survival, as well as be able to communicate, reach their families, reach their friends. And this is all we have for you today on Street Smarts with Union Television. Don't forget to subscribe and follow our social media platforms on Union Television. And I am Onyinye Eslofo. Until I see you next time, keep watching Union Television.